What do you want to be when you grow up? A question I continuously answered with my silence after a singer or a dancer was no longer enough. But after I was accepted into Berkeley, a family friend asked the same question, what do you want to do? And for some reason, my response changed. I filled the silence with an answer. I want to be a lawyer. My parents, shocked and surprised at the fact that I finally answered the question, converged with their satisfaction and mirrored my own. It wasn't like I had thought about it. But when he asked, I answered. An answer that I found has unlocked my passion. However, I've watched the satisfaction drain from my parents' face and everyone else for that matter when they ask, what kind of law are you studying? And I respond, criminal. I want to be a public defender. Smile wide with hope and confidence, but the return gaze I receive in response is never quite as thrilled. At first, my parents hit me with a wave of a hand, dismissing my answer as a child's cry for attention, but my response got stronger. No longer is it a dismissive wave, but an angry tone. My parents constantly remind me that a public defender is no job for an intelligent young lady like myself because public defenders are dumb. They're sloppy. It wasn't a choice. They were forced to take a low-paying public interest job because their grades weren't high enough to reach the dream of corporate America, but when I respond, no, that's not true, they roll their eyes and turn their heads, unwilling to accept my truth. My father once told me that he just doesn't understand my choice. He said, I could understand it if this was something you were passionate about. Insinuating that being a public defender was the latest form of payback, not a way to pay forward, I looked at him confused. I swear, everyone must have me on mute because my words have been laced with passion every time I have to answer the question, but why? But for some reason, I can't get the sound to work because it seems like no one can hear me. I rant about our messed up criminal system and people respond with, public defenders don't make money. I mention the need for adequate representation and people respond with, most of your clients are guilty anyways. I complain about the mistreatment of prisoners and people respond with, why do you even care? This constant stream of disapproval slowly began to carry me, had me questioning my own career choice. I guess it's true what they say. As you get older, you become more like your parents because I found that I've internalized my mother's comments. She's told me her opinion of public defenders so many times that I was starting to believe it. I would follow up my typical response, I want to be a public defender, with an explanation that this was the reason I came to law school, to clarify that this was not a last-minute decision pushed on me by law school curves. I would say, oh, I also have a top firm offer, as if that was proof of my intelligence or adequacies. For a moment I thought, well, maybe everyone else is right. Maybe this is not what I should be doing. But every time I think to stray from the path less traveled because the road is more rocky, grass uncut, and sidewalk unpaved, I think back to when I spent the summer at the public defender's office. For the first time, I felt like I was serving a purpose. The voice in my head started to drown out society's criticisms and my parents' disapproval. It was like God walked into the courtroom and wrote her lesson plan on the projector because I saw her plan. I was meant to be a public defender, and I won't let anyone else convince me otherwise.
A sip of E&J at the end of the day warmed your body.